Shoot the sparks. P on the board. Yeah. It don't get no realer. Shoot the sparks. A lot of dead. Ha. Look. Lost profound, the sound is a glorious song. Death row, the bad boy notorious song. For the wicked is the image of the lamb on the throne. Painting pictures real specific, aiming straight for the dome. Hitting home for the non-believers and every heathen. Thanking God for breath, appreciating I'm breathing. This killing season for the adversary. Straight up, ain't no persuading to be down for Satan. Wake up, you relating, you are the awakened. Stay up, our conversation is always amazing. Dangerous, I'm recruiting for the other side. You say my God is dead, but I refuse to hear the lies. Really funny, but still love you and I won't despise anybody for the sake of being idolized. Blasphemy, but happily I will live ever after. With the king back to Zion, heavenly rapture. 2020 vision, crystal clear eyesight. Ain't no backing down, I'ma exercise my right to its all hype. The television telling lies to my vision, simply to captivate me and erase me from living. The war is real, like a filthy.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. This is Judah Nazareth with a brand new video. I've been gone for a little bit and I take care of some life work, get new contracts for jobs and whatnot. So I haven't really been on for like about a week. I noticed that Judah Nazareth is becoming a lot more popular now again with the thumbs down. You guys keep that up because that's what you're supposed to do. If you guys are not thumbing my videos down, then I know that I'm not doing a good job. But as long as I'm making niggas look stupid, and the information coming out is upper level, then you lower level niggas need to do what y'all niggas need to do. Now this includes the remedialites, all of you, including the Disney portfolio chick. This includes Quadash and his biting skunk ass in this 8-part series to one topic. You can come thumbs down the videos like you do too, but I would thumbs down your videos, but like they're not that interesting to do so. Like they're already thumbs down when you put them up. Kabaria, I know you're a thumbs down my video. I watched your video the other day talking about we're teaching Herod's temple. Well, you simple fucking buffoon. If you actually had a Torah in your life, nigga, then you would see no one's talking about no fucking Herod's temple, which Herod wasn't even allowed in his own temple. Okay, so you stupid niggas don't know what you're talking about. All right, so let me get off that. Second thing I want to discuss, there's a brother out there who's looking for the Adam and Eve and the Garden of Eden video. It's coming up soon, brother. Please bear with me. I'll have that for you. To the brother, we're supposed to be working together on a project. I haven't forgotten you. In fact, I'm accumulating a lot of notes. A lot of my video notes that I make, I actually take, for this project that I've been discussing, which the videos kind of be pretty much based around. What else we got? I have some notes written down to address certain things, but who cares about that? Shout out to brother Psalm 19:104, brother Azariah, Prince David, brother David, from Torah Nights Radio, from Rabadia, from Sakari Sit Downs Group, Al-Azhar, Hakagwayam, all them brothers, the whole Torah Nights, Josh 1, Deontay, Killer B, Baby T, OTT, Dan, Walking Truth, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Even brothers who are affiliated, Michael Edwards, brothers like that, shalom to you in the black media, Sal Showtime, people like that, shalom, shalom. All right, I want to address the reason why you're looking at this Muslim toilet right now is because I had gotten an email from Lord Abba of the Moorish Science Temple of Freemasonry. I'm gonna call it what it is. Okay, these niggas are Masons, and that's all. They can call it what they want to call it. The fact of the matter is, the shit is still false. If your shit is rooted in Freemasonry, you're false. Now, Lord Abba knows better. I responded back to him. I said, you know what? This is a good thing to get some dialogue going with the Moorish Science because they're getting beat up on for 2016. And and if Lord Abba wants to take it to whatever platform he wants to take it, that's fine. But the thing is, you can pull the old, wool over the other dude's eyes. You're not pulling over Judah Nazareth. I know where your system and your degrees originate from. You can deny it all you like. Your shit is false. So before I get into that, so I want to address Lord Abba. For you guys who may not know who this is, let me see if I got him on here. Hold on. All right, this is Lord Abba, who's also on House of Consciousness. Excuse me. You see this the undercard. No more lies. You see Lord Abba down there. All these guys. You notice all the quote unquote Kemetic Pan Africanist niggas are all connected to Egypt, which is really funny. Which is a really really great point I want to get to too for this video, because showing you that the Egyptians were fucking retarded. Now I know. You guys think because they supposedly built pyramids that they're smart. Nigga, you're retarded. They used to bury themselves with gold and treasures and slaves, thinking that they were going to take that with them to the world of death. Which goes to show you, by common sense, shows you that they didn't have any knowledge of the Most High. They had no knowledge of death. They had no knowledge of any of that. They just had ideas of principles in nature, and to that they ascribe gods. Okay. Other than that, people were fucking retarded. Okay. So you'll notice that when you get niggas like, Lord Abba and all these Masonic Negroes, you try to get them to come out, they ain't going to. As you can see him right here, drawing up the Bafi. Now, let me go back to this Moorish toilet real quick. Where is it? Sorry, give me 1 second. I need to find the toilet. All right. So yeah, so if you see, so-called Negroes, Moors wearing this shit, you just know that these motherfuckers sold out and they work for the white man. There's like no way to get around that. Let me show you real quick. Let's show you some Masonic Negroes in the lodge, call themselves Moors. There you go, right there. You see that? Look. Okay, they're all wearing the Moorish toilet on their head. Hold on. Let's get some of those real quick before we get into the lesson. I just want to show you this real quick. Okay, there's a black woman there with Angelo Soliman with the square and G, or compass with the G. You see Freemasonry, ancient Egypt, and the Islamic destinies. You see all this shit is tied in. Now, you know full well ain't no real Israelites. And I ain't talking about certain one West Masonic niggas who don't know shit. And this is why they fell off. And the Most High is not dealing with them at all, in the least bit. You notice that any of those who are associated with Egypt and Freemasonry and Islam and all that shit, they really can't even speak. There's some dude named I forgot his name, something Wade. He's this Mason dude that makes videos and fucking nobody watches. He worshiping Fard Muhammad as God, Fraud Muhammad as God, talking about are you asleep and this and that. Nigga, shut up. Okay? Your Freemasonry is total fucking trash. Okay, all of it. Okay, it's all trash. No, we're not done. We know. A lot of niggas are gonna get angry. They like to get mad. They like to leave the little messages like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, I do know what I'm talking about. Are these niggas part of the Moorish Science Lodge too? Because they're wearing fezzes. How about him? Is he Moorish Science? You niggas are retarded. Okay, this is what it comes down to. Who else we got here? Okay. So you got your boy here, okay? You see what he's doing, tossing up the hand, the unseen, unhidden, what is it? The hidden hand. That's what he's tossing up, okay? Noble Drew Ali, he's got the toilet on his head. He has salvation with the 5-point star when it's really the shield of David is salvation. That's why you see mine with the 9 in it. So we're all dealing with symbols and things like that too. This is how we speak as well in the Torah. Justice wouldn't be enforced by the sword, fella. Okay? Justice, all right, man, you niggas don't know what you're talking about. But this is what you get when you're like, look at this shit. You always hear Moorish Science be like, Islam. But you see what he's dealing with here. Okay? It's just it's just Freemasonry. It's just a hodgepodge of fucking crap. All Shriners are Freemasons, okay? See see the white guy up there with a toilet on his head? Okay? It's the same shit. Garbage. Okay? And you'll never get one of these niggas to ever step out and ever debate and talk about this fucking crap. Okay? Yes, these niggas are wearing a toilet on their head. Now, hold on, let me get into this real quick. Hold on. Let me show this before we get to the lesson. Let me get to this. August 16th, the Moorish ritual or rite inaugural day. Okay, let's go down. You see there, they got the square and compass with the boat. Okay. Ancient free Moorish rite. So they don't call it Mason, they call it Moorish. Keep in mind remember we deal with etymology and words and things. Keep in mind this term Moorish. Moorish sounds like Jewish. Sounds like Yiddish. It means like Ish was like kind of like a Moor, but not really. But this is what you're dealing with when you're dealing with the white man and his bullshit. And you get simple niggas Boule niggas up in the bullshit, okay? Let's keep it going. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You didn't see that there, but I want you to see this in full. Okay, niggas got a ziggurat. Okay, hold on, so we can pull that up. With the Masonic bullshit on top. Okay, fuck out of here. I'm sorry. Get the fuck way out of here. You got the white man, whom the Moors are aligned with his Baphomet cross up on top. The late illustrious most puissant Clifford E. Hazel Bay, 33rd degree / 97th degree Bay. When you hear like the rapper Mos Def and all them call themselves Bay, these niggas are part of the Moorish science. Now, let's get it again. Most puissant Clifford E. Hazel Bay, 33rd degree, 97th degree, sovereign grand commander of the Supreme Council of Ancient Accepted Rite, Scottish Rite of Freemasonry. Wait, that's the same title that Albert Pike from the KKK, the reviser of the Freemasonic rituals. This is the same title he had, wasn't it? The Supreme Grand Commander of the Supreme Council of Ancient Accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry of the Southern jurisdiction, or they have Western, Southern and Western Hemisphere. And a Memphis Mizraim Rite member. Okay, that's not a Jake. That's a white man. Okay, even if he is a Jake, you see the nigga, he's still a white man. The nigga got the spirit of the white man, and I mean, they get that masonry bullshit. Okay. You see a whole bunch of Negroes here with toilets on their heads. Left end is Moorish Rite's brother. Second is left is Thomas Alchemy Aldridge L. Bay. Kanim Day, Grand Master. Saeed Day, most worshipful master of the Clifford E. Hazel Bay Jariya flagship lodge. So this goes on with Bay. Okay, so they're mixing the Islam and the Freemasonry. Okay, all right. We know that, right? All right, so they go on about how many Freemasons they have worldwide. Okay, Freemasonry is a fraternal order which is worldwide, essentially an institution which preserves and key knowledge parts of true human history, anthropology, philosophy, religion, cosmology, metaphysics, mathematics, science, liberal arts, world history, spiritual geometry, jurisprudence, law, astrology, moral government, impotent powers of the planet, so forth and so on. Okay, and it goes on to the various countries that this fucking crap is in. Right? Most I told you in the book of Jeremiah, the nations will stop flowing to Baal, which this essentially this is what this is: worship of Baal. You see here, Freemasonry has been a very racist institution according to data compiled in 2011. 42 out of 51 mainstream U.S. Grand Lodges recognize Prince Hall Grand Lodges. So the white man don't even acknowledge you fucking stupid niggas. Because you niggas are straight begging. Wait, stop begging, the white man. All right, hold on. There's just a bunch of other shit. Hold on. All right, let's get down here. Let me show you what we're dealing with here. Orthos' natural hair. The greatest operative Masons meet the greatest speculative Mason is Ben Bey Emmanuel Mu'ali, historically known as Benjamin Banneker, really Prince Hall, and Benjamin Banneker was a free African-American astronomer, mathematician, surveyor, almanac author, and farmer. Prince Hall, that guy, December 4th, 1807, Hall formed the African Grand Lodge of North America. Okay, so you see Negro, you got Negroes here bootlicking, like they're still doing today. And all these niggas do is get angry when you call it out. Okay, but I don't give a shit. Okay, your shit is trash. Hold on. Okay, not astronomer, astrologer. Third 360. Okay, look what they're dealing with. They're dealing with a whole bunch of fucking crap. Eastern Stars, Rosicrucians, Buffaloes, Druids, Shriners, claiming their Moorish birthright. So all this shit is supposedly Moorish. Well, the Mashal had nothing to do with this fuckery at all. In fact, you niggas are the enemy. There ain't no getting along, nigga. You can find these other fucking corny niggas to be like, oh, well, nah, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. You tied in with the white man. Okay? Hold on. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Let's see this here. Get that right there. Scottish Rite Masonic Museum. Oil paintings by Peter Waddell depicts a meeting between President George Washington, Adam Weishaupt, and surveyor Andrew Ellicott and Benjamin Benneker. Okay? So I guarantee that this guy was nothing but a fucking a stooge. Okay? Clowny. All right. So you got a whole bunch of, okay. All right, I think we're pretty much summed up this fuckery. They're talking about, it's just a bunch of fucking crap, okay? It's just pretty much what it is. African proverb. It's like saying Asian proverb. Motherfucker, there's like a whole bunch of countries in Asia. There's no one proverb. There's no one proverb in Africa, okay? There's different nations in Africa with different proverbs. These niggas are fucking retarded, okay? This is pretty much what it comes down to. All right. All right, let's get off of this fucking crap real quick and let's get down to what's really important. So Lord Abba, quit running. Get as many more Freemason coons as you can get. Bring your toilet, okay? So the Torah can wipe you out, because that's what's going to happen. And you might as well. Oh, and if you niggas are not Freemasons, then you should be able to discuss your things openly, which we do, because, well, we're not hiding. We're not doing anything wicked, so we don't have to hide it. Okay? Even if the niggas knew what we was talking about, they're not righteous anyways. They can't do it. So what difference does it make? Now, that's for you, sci-fi Israelite Gabaria, and your little shots taken. Okay? Don't think no one's paying attention to your bullshit. Okay? You're just part of the Quadash cheerleading team. You niggas are cockroaches. But anyway, let's get off of them, these irrelevant ass niggas. So with that, Israel, I'm trying to, not so much focus. I proved my point in the debate that these niggas are fucking retarded and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they're just talking to be talking. And we spend enough time with those fucking retards. You see now these niggas is going back to talking about Jesus and Jesus is gay and all this other kind of shit. Pretty much, this means they're pretty much irrelevant. So you can go debate and deal with the irrelevant niggas. Let's deal with things of substance and issues here, which I'm kind of glad that brothers are kind of bringing out, such as Brother Azariah and all them who are bringing out, the Jesuit and Freemasonry and all this. Even Israel doctrine, other brothers are talking about it. Polite got called out by the white rabbi for being involved in that shit, in this bullshit. House of Conscience, all them niggas were all fucking occultists, possible homosexual weirdos, okay? Flat out. So 2016 is the year for exposure, because you got the I like to put energy behind numbers, so you got the 2 plus 1 plus 6, that's 9. So we're coming full circle here, trying to get niggas exposed. But you gotta like bait them out first, because these niggas ain't gonna come out on their own. Anyway, so let's deal with our knowledge. Right? Okay, we're gonna keep him up. We're gonna show you that this guy is symbolic of stupidity and rebellion. Okay, hold on. What the hell is this? All right, yeah. The mummy is a symbol, as he is in the Torah, a symbol of rebellion and stupidity, which pretty much they are. The Ark of the Covenant, which is the mind. The cherubim are they help fight against the lower self. They elevate the mind with their wings. You got the pot of manna. Manna is the 3D knowledge that I'm always telling you about. That was a knowledge that was reserved for the priest. You got the 10 Commandments, or the tablets of the testimony, and the ark of the rod of Aaron or Moses, which is to point out, or just to a staff to it's like to point out or to teach. Okay, so it's basically what's just showing. This is the mind that has a portion of the Most High's dwelling, or what we call the land, the spiritual land, which is symbolized by the pot of manna. You got the tablets of the testimony, and the Aaron's staff, which with the almond signifies to bloom out, which signifies the mind in bloom, or mind expanding, or the mind in elevation. So keep in mind, Esau and Israel's strength deals and lies with their ability to speak without words. And so all mashal, and I'll be dealing with this, just what this video is about, is being able to, like, most of you brothers who are especially Torah Knights, you can speak in like code. I try to get brothers to like speak more and more and more. It's kind of hard, but I'm gonna print out something in each member. If you will send me your email address, I will like send you a breakdown of our initiatory process. Right? I want to compare. So this video is going to be about comparing our initiatory process to more science coons and the general buffoonery that you see going around today, posing off as supposed quote unquote black power, which there ain't no black power when you're dealing with when the white man's controlling your shit. All right, there's none of that. All right, let me get one more. Hold on. Okay, so this is what they're dealing with here, the bullshit, and they stay with the bullshit. Hold on, a dirty Moor and all, so they're gonna get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry. Let's get a real Moor up in here. Okay, okay, Moor. Okay, Lord Abba. These are y'all's lords and abbas. Okay, wait a minute. Doesn't the Torah tell you flat out that Israel is serving the Baals? The word Baal means Lord or like master. So when you enter the Masonic Lodge, each degree has a thrice puissant worshipful master. The such and such worshipful master. Such and such and such and such and such. These niggas are all worshiping the Baals or the white man. All of them. How the hell do they all have a fucking toilet on their head? And they're not connected. And that's bust fucking stupidity. Okay? Let's just look. Does not Lord Abba throw up that he puts his hand, he has it out, but it's the same fucking sign. Look, are these niggas not tossing up pyramids and one eyes? This is what we're talking about here. Niggas. Okay? Niggas be like, black power. Nigga, get the fuck out of here, nigga. This is fucking bullshit. You niggas ain't into no black power. You niggas is getting pumped in the butt by the white man. With this goddamn toilet on your head. Anyway, so let's get to it real quick. Let's get to the video. Now, so for Lord Abba and any other fake wannabe Mason, you're not a Mason. You're a demon, nigga. Okay? And you're caught up with the white man. Now, we have an initiatory process as well. Let's see if I got a pointer pen. I'll just use my finger here. We got our first degree, our second degree, and the third degree. Now, you're gonna be like, oh, there's more degrees. No, that's bullshit. Okay, and we're gonna show you that's bullshit. Let's show you where you got your shit from again. Okay, from the white man. This is a book called The Hierarchy. Okay, Christopher Knight and Robert Lomas. Okay, you see what that is here? Freemasonry. No, wait a minute. You see here, page 251. I'm sorry. The secrets passed down to the Nazarenes from Moses were deposited as the prophet had instructed in a vault under the foundations of the temple as near to the Holy of Holies as they could get. Okay? So, there's some secrets that were handed down to Moses. And they were handed down in a 3-degree form. And I'm going to show this throughout this video. A 3-degree form. I told you, first degree, second degree, third degree. Now, so the Knights Templars found our Nazarene scrolls. Remember, my name is Judah Nazaraz, where we get the word Nazarene from. It means a guardian. Where you get the word knight from, a shamare, a knight, a guardian, a keeper. Let's keep it going again. Watch this. The Templars may have been the first people to excavate below the Jerusalem temple, but they were not the last. Some years earlier, when we had first developed the theory that the Knights Templars had found something under the temple ruins, we had stared backwards to a gulf of over 1,000 years, wondering what might have been placed there for them to find. Now we have reconstructed a past several millennia, and all we lacked was real proof that it was indeed the 9 knights led by Hugh DePayne who found the scrolls. It fell out of the bookshelf onto Chris's lap. So again, they're showing you that the Knights Templars found our scrolls, our initiatory scrolls, and this is where you get your Freemasonry from, which originally what you guys call the Blue Lodge or Blue degrees, which are actually the original degrees. But since you guys don't have the original furniture and you're not the original people, then of course your stupid ass is not going to have the original anything. You just have an outline of the original, but not the original. All right, let me show you this real quick. Hold on. Let's get it again. Our earlier suspicions that the Knights Templars had excavated the Holy of Holies had found secret writings that have been supported by the Coonery assumption of Moses, which instructed the community to conceal its most precious scrolls in that precise location. All right. So the Knights Templars, again, found our scrolls underneath the temple. And from that, they began to make their own degrees. Hold on. Let's get it again. Our findings to date told us the Qumranians, or Dead Sea Scrolls, or Nazarenes, used simulated resurrection as a means of admittance to the third degree of the sect. It had been indisputably established from the Dead Sea Scrolls that they viewed those outside of their order as the dead. Okay? So keep it in mind, wait a minute. To the third degree. Did I not tell you there are 3 natural degrees? This is what we have here. All right, now we have 3 degrees. And this is for you, Kodash, because you're a bum and you don't know the Torah at all, or the temple. In the 3 degrees, there are also different levels, or steps in between the degrees. Okay, like you got 7 degrees here, you got 3 degrees here, and you should have like 12 degrees in between here. And it comes down to 22 actual points, such as the Hebrew alphabet, but you have 3 degrees. Let's do the first 3 letters of the Hebrew alphabet: Aleph, Bath, Gamal, which is like the house of teaching or instruction. Which this is the house of teaching or instruction. The alphabet Gamal. I think Gamal's camel. But if you break these words down, it means the house of instruction. All right, so let's get to it real quick. All right, let's pull this up. All right, let's pull up. I'm gonna pull up the. We need these Masonic Negroes. Okay, yeah, brother. Yeah, brother, you're doing a good job, brother. You're doing a good job. Because anyone who joins you niggas are gonna fucking die. All right. Let's get to Exodus chapter 8, verse 21 real quick. I'm going to show you the 3 degrees. One second. Let's look at Moorish Coon and this one-eyed pyramid bullshit. Fuck out of here, clown. You're not scaring anybody. And no one's worried about your fucking bullshit. It's all fucking garbage. Stop biting, nigga. Get your own shit. Sorry. Exodus chapter 8, verse 21. I'm sorry. Chapter 8, verse 21. Watch this. Watch this. Exodus chapter 8, let's go to 21. Pharaoh summoned Moses, and Aaron said, "Go, bring offerings to your God in the land." Moses said, "It is not proper to do so, for we will offer the deity of Egypt to Yahweh our God. Behold, if we were to slaughter the deity of Egypt in their sight, will they not stone us? We will go on a 3-day journey into the wilderness and bring offerings to Yahweh our God as he will let us, or as he would tell us, sorry. We will go on a 3-day journey in the wilderness." Remember, this is the wilderness stage. They were in Egypt. They had to get out and get into the wilderness stage. 3-day journey out into the wilderness stage. This is really talking about the 3 steps to our degrees, but it uses the word wilderness, which is the Hebrew word madabar. The word madabar means with speaking, or with the matter, or with the issue that's pertaining to it. It also means like to arrange, like an arrangement, to get things in order. Dabar means to speak. If you break this word dabar also down in Hebrew, to separate that, da means this is, and bar means the son. He's just talking about the nation of Israel. He's not talking about Jesus or this fucking solar penis shit this fucking clown's throwing up. Anyway, so you saw them say, "We will take a 3-day journey." Now, if you look in the Hebrew for the word for the deity of Egypt, the word is not deity at all. The word is thawa abath, which means an abomination. Why? Because the Egyptians were worshiping penises and shit. Okay, that's why. Osiris is a phallic demon. Let me see if we can pull him up real quick. Hold on. We're going to pull him up. You know, in each pharaoh, first off, all of the demons of Egypt were all associated with the reproductive organs. All right, that's just you know. Hold on, let me show you real quick. I'm trying to get to you know, this is all we need to see right here. Okay, this type of shit. This is all they ever did was worship the penis. Okay, this is just, you know, any nigga who is into this fucking shit, you know your ass is doing some fucking homo shit. All right, flat out. That was just Egyptian. That's just Egyptian custom to do homo shit. Okay, flat out. It's just you know, that's just what they did. They were just fucking a bunch of homos. I mean, you know, this is just what it is. You know, so ain't nothing changed, ain't nothing new under the sun. We know what niggas is doing when you're worshiping some fucking Osiris. You're worshiping the penis. All right, let's keep it going real quick. Okay, you got rod sticking out. All right, let's keep it going. Let me look at this fucking bullshit. All right, let's get to one more. So you saw them say we need to take a 3-day journey in the wilderness so they could sacrifice or offer themselves to Yahweh. Right, because when you lay yourself on the altar of sacrifice, you're burning it, and the smoke is lifting up into heaven. Okay, so this is a symbolic and initiatory process. And I want the Torah Knights and certain other Israelites to have that, because there's too many niggas talking a lot of shit. Everybody can't teach. Okay, this is why it's good in other things, you know, in certain aspects of Christianity or Islam or even Freemasonry or whatever. There's a ranking system. That means like the person who just joined the church obviously is not going to try to like stand up and teach the church if he's fucking new to it. He don't even know it himself. In Islam, the imam is going to speak. It's not going to be the worshiper who's just going to come and try to teach everybody. They're going to be like, nigga, there's an order to this. But only in Israel, there is no order. Even in Freemasonry, they have an order. You have to rise up in the degrees. It's the same way it should be in Israel. It should be an order and a rank. It doesn't mean one's better or whatever, but at least it shows you, like, wait a minute. If you're outside the house, you shouldn't even be, like, no one should even fucking talk to you. It should be like, what rank are you, nigga? First, second, or third? And then in between the three ranks, what level are you? You know, like first degree what? You know, and the person who's in the house or in the know should be able to tell you so forth and so on, right? That's the way it should be. And we're working on that. We're going to get our initiatory degree system going. Everyone's not going to be given this or whatever. And I'm admonishing Israelites, once you get it, do not go show everybody, because even if you do, they're not going to get it anyways. Like this is for people who are offering their hearts and their minds to Yahweh. You can enter it. A nigga talking about I worship Yahweh Shai or I'm a Moorish scientist or whatever the hell, he ain't going to get it. He's not going to be able to step inside of it. The Most High only allows those pure of heart to enter the house. Now, hold on, let's get to something else real quick because we're almost done. Hold on. All right, I want to talk about this for a second now. Now, so I broke down the Exodus 8, verse 21 to 23, right? Now, I'm going to show you Pharaoh. If you spell Pharaoh's name out in Hebrew, it means fruitful, which you know you're dealing with fruitfulness. You know you're dealing with the generative powers, which you're dealing with the penis, okay? Pretty much. All right, generative. This is why the Masons wear the G over their loins, because, you know, and they'll tell you flat out, we worship Osiris. You know, this is what Freemasonry pretty much is about, worship of the penis, of Osiris, right? All right. Now, I don't want to spend too much time. If you spell Pharaoh's name backwards, instead of Pharaoh, it'd be Ha-Araf. The word Araf means stiff-necked or rebellious, which, you know, this is how Hebrew works. The word will give you, you know, the quality of the subject spoken of. So the Pharaoh represents one who is rebellious. What did Mosai say? He said, I'm going to harden Pharaoh's heart. He will not send you out. Let's keep it going. Moses and Aaron. Moses is the initiator of this. He's the person who knows the secrets of the Torah. And Aaron is the one who speaks it, because the Most High said, I'll make for you will be Elohim for him, and he will be a Nabayah for you, a prophet for you. Because Moses said, I'm heavy of speech. Now, Most High, even though he was heavy of speech and tongue, the Most High still put the Torah, initiated him into the Torah. So when he took Moses up on the mountain, he made Moses go through a process of rebirth, because it says that Moses was learned in all the wisdom of the Egyptians. But when the Most High brought him up on the mountain, he was initiating him into the secrets, reinitiating him into the Torah, right? So Moses was in a state of death when he was worshiping that Egyptian bullshit, worshiping Osiris and all that. He understood what it, he understood what it was, right? He came from death. And of course, the wilderness, the 3 days, right? The wilderness is the place of test and trial, the arrangement of the mind, and and as it was in from Egypt, Egypt. If you break the word Egypt down, it's matzara, and the word means ma, which is with or from, and zara means affliction or crampedness or tightness. Now, when something's cramped or tight, it means it's small. Keep in mind when the Most High gave Solomon wisdom, it said that he had made Solomon's heart roomy, and the word is rakab. So roomy means intelligent, and cramped or tight means stupid or ignorant or spiritually dead or afflicted. All right, so where we get that. All right, so we're there. So remember, you had the 3-day journey corresponding to the 3 degrees of the Torah. Let's keep it going. Let's get to Exodus 23 verse 14. Exodus 23 verse 14. Exodus 23 verse 14. All right. Exodus 23. Let's go start 14. Three pilgrimage festivals shall you celebrate for me during the year. You shall observe the festival of matzahs 7 days. You shall eat matzahs as I have commanded you, at the appointed time of the month of springtime. For in it you left Egypt. And you shall not be seen before me empty-handed. The festival of the harvest of the first fruits of your labor that you sow in the field, and the festival of the ingathering at the close of the year when you gather your work from the field. All right, so you got these three festivals or steps or degrees from the beginning of the year. The springtime. But the word springtime is ayabab or abayab. It means springtime or greenness or fresh. So it's like in springtime things are born, things grow, or they sprout, right? So this is talking about the Israelite getting out of Egypt, out of Freemasonry, out of Christianity, out of Islam, and all this fucking retarded shit like this, getting out of that shit and awakening. Okay, now watch. Let me show you something real quick. So the first festival is called the Kag, which is festival the Matzawath. The word Matzawath means commandments. It also, if you take the W off the Y and you have Matzah, sometimes it means like the bread, but it's like the festival of the commandments. Now, if you also break this word Matzawath down and take off the Ma and just have Zawath, it means Exodus, to come out. Zawah means to leave or to go out. See, the festival of the going out or of the commandments. And you eat it 7 days. 7 days you shall eat or internalize matzawath, or these commandments, right? And, the month of the springtime is Kadash, which is newness or month. The Abayab, which is springtime or greenness or fresh. So it means renewing the self in the springtime, or being new for the springtime, or renew self in growth, monthly. Sorry. It says, for in this season you came out of Egypt. Israel came out of Egypt in the springtime, fresh growth, new birth. Torah's always talking about you must be born again. You must be born again. We always have these symbols for this. Our brothers should be like Torah symbol literate. All right. You cannot approach Yah during this festival empty-handed or vain. Okay. Festival 3 is Kag Ha Quatsayar Bakawar. Okay, or the festival of the ingathering, or the harvest. Which the word Quatsayar also means anguish, or loath, or troubled, or impatient, which would signify Israel. So Israel is the he's the first fruit. He's the firstborn son. Bakawar means chosen one or first fruits. So it's the festival of the harvesting of the chosen ones, or the ingathering of the chosen ones. Right now, if you look at it, all three of these festivals occur during a point in time of the year, and they correspond to certain portions or certain parts of Israel being in Egypt, such as the first the first festival is Israel leaving Egypt. That's the first festival. The second festival is Israel in the wilderness. Okay, which is, the month of this, the Kadash Ha-Abayab. The third festival is Kag Ha-Kwatzayar Bakawar, which is Israel returning back to the land. I'm sorry, I'm messing up. The Kadash Ha-Abayab is the very first, the Matzawath is the first one. Sorry. The second one is Kwatzayar Bakawar is the second one, which is in the wilderness. In leaving Egypt in the wilderness, and the third and last one is Kag Ha-Asaf, which is the festival of the ingathering, which, the ingathering is when Israel returns when it goes to the land, in the Holy Land, with the bringing in for the year. Okay? So you have Israel leaving Egypt, Israel in the wilderness, and Israel entering the land. Now, these three festivals are also symbolic of Israel leaving Egypt, Israel in the wilderness, and Israel entering the land. Okay, 3 degrees, 3 festivals. Let's keep it going though. No, we're not done. Let's get to the book of Jonah real quick. Jonah chapter 2. Jonah chapter 2. Keep in mind the threes we're dealing with here. Your 3-day journey. Your 3 festivals. Hold on, let's get. Keep in mind what I said about the initiatory stage. Let's see if we can get Jonah in here. Bear with me 1 second. Let's keep it on this buffoon. Sorry, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second before Jonah. All right, here we are. We're here. Jonah chapter 2. Jonah chapter 2 verse. Let's get to Jonah chapter 2 verse. I'm sorry. Jonah chapter 2, verse 2. Yahweh designated a large fish to swallow Jonah, and Jonah remained in the fish's innards for 3 days and 3 nights. I'm gonna back up to 3s again. He's in the belly of the whale. Remember, which is nothing. This fish is nothing but Egypt. He's in it, like Israel was in Egypt. 3 days and 3 nights. Then the whale spit him out. He lived. Okay. I'm sorry, hold on. Where we at? I'm sorry. Where's my... The word for in the belly of the whale is the word ma'e, and the word means. Sorry. It means in the womb or the interior, or the abdomen, or the heart. He was in the heart of the fish, or in the center of it. For shalasha yam yam, for 3 days, wa shalasha layalawath, and 3 nights. Verse 3, and from the womb or the batan of Sheol, of the grave. Yahweh designated a large fish to swallow Jonah, and Jonah remained in the fish's innards for 3 days, 3 nights. Jonah prayed to Yah to God from the fish's innards. And he says, here, look, from the belly of the grave. Now, he wasn't in the grave. He was in the belly of a fish, but we're talking symbolic. We're talking initiatory here. He wasn't really in the grave. He was in a fish. But just like the grave is symbolic of Egypt, and Egypt is symbolic of death and ignorance, it's the same thing. Darkness. It's the same thing. Jonah, 3 days and 3 nights. Let's keep it going. Let's get to Genesis chapter 6, verse 13. So remember, we got 3 days, 3 nights, the 3-day journey, and the 3 festivals. Let's get to Genesis chapter 6, verse 16 real quick. We gotta start taking Torah nights to higher heights here. We're not dealing with just back and forth with simple-minded niggas who don't know nothing. There's no point. We're wasting our time. All right, Genesis chapter 6, verse 16. This is when Noah was getting in the ark. All right, let me get this real quick. This is the Ark of the Covenant. We're talking about the actual Noah's Ark, right? And look what he says here. And he says, "A window shall you make for the ark." I'm sorry. "A window shall you make for the ark, and to a cubit finish it from above. Put the entrance of the ark in its side. Make it with bottom, second, and third decks. bottom 1, second 2, and third decks. Let's get it again. Noah's Ark, bottom, second, and third. Okay? 3 degrees. Now, let me show you something real quick. Sorry, where we at? Oh, this is for Quadash's punk ass who don't know nothing about the temple. Anyways, look at what it says here. Excuse me. A window shall you make for the ark, and the word window in Hebrew is not exactly window all like that. The word is zahar. The word zahar means light, or like splendor, or like brightness, right? So brightness or splendor you shall make for the tabath, or tabah, which really signifies like the mind, or the head, or the temple, or the body, the tabernacle. 3 levels shall you make for it. You know, an ark of zahar, of splendor, of brilliance, of light. And how do you become enlightened? By studying the Torah and learning these symbols and signs. That's how. All right, let's keep it going. So we see here Noah's Ark also has 3 levels to it, with a side entrance door for you punk ass Quadash talking about the temple door wasn't. Nigga, it was, you damn fool. The door to get in was on the side, and there was 3 levels. So what does this tell you about the Solomon's temple? There was a door on the side, and they entered it, and they could access all 3 levels. Let's keep going. We shouldn't even be responding back to that fucking clown, because he's retarded and don't know nothing anyways. Let me show you something real quick. Give me 1 second. You see here how it says Noah built these different levels. Just want to get something real quick. Hold on. Where we at? All right, hold on. Let's get to 4609 in the Strong's Concordance. 4609. 4609. 4609. Ma'Allah. Elevation. A journey to a higher place. A thought arising. The condition, a step or a grade mark. Figuratively, superiority of station. Progression. Degree. Steps. Stairs. Dial. Stories. To go up. Ma'Allah means a step, procession, pilgrimage. It signifies a step or stairs. The word can mean procession. It is translated degrees. I'm sorry. It's translated what? Degrees. 3 degrees. Didn't the white man tell you what the Knights Templars found from our ancestors? They found our initiatory steps. You know, that's not. They ain't the only ones who found it. Judah and Azra found it too, and that's why I'm always bringing it out step by step. Let's get to the next one real quick. But you see that already. Ma'Allah. Ma'al. Or Ma'Allah. This is, you know, it's just the Hebrew term for degrees. So it'd be like Shalash Ma'Allah. 3 degrees. Let's get to 1 Kings 6 verse 6 real quick. 1 Kings 6 verse 6. 1 Kings 6 verse 6. Give me 1 second, bear with me. 1 Kings 6 verse 6. And while I'm looking for this, let me tell Quadash's biting ass. Everybody, go to his site and watch. Just give it time. He will redo this lesson, okay? Because this nigga has no brains of his own. He has to like do what I do, and he's going to act like he's trying to like quote unquote clean up my teachings. But if the nigga was innovative at all, he would come out with it first. But he's not. He just copies everything I do. But enough of that before. Let's get to 1 Kings 6 verse 6. 1 Kings 6 verse 6, Solomon's temple. Hold on. Let's get started 5 real quick. Against the wall of the temple, he built an annex wall all around. He built into the walls of the temple all around the sanctuary and the inner sanctum, or the Holy of Holies. And he made side chambers all around. Verse 6. The lowest story of the annex was about 5 cubits the middle story 6 cubits, and the third story 7 cubits. All right, wait a minute. So in Solomon's temple, there are 3 levels. There's a lower level, which is smaller. Then it gets to a higher level, the second floor, and then the third floor spiral spirit staircase or level gets even wider. And for the first degree, it's 5 cubits. For the for the second degree, it's 6 cubits, and for the third degree, it's 7 cubits. Now, if you add all that together, you get 18, which is your 1 plus 8 equals 9. Which we're always dealing with the number 9, always, because that's the number for Israel. All right. So the first degree is 5 cubits. The word 5 is kamash, and it means to be armed, to fight, to be armed. 6, the second degree is 6 cubits, and 6 means shasha, it means to rejoice. It also means to annihilate. And the third degree is 7 cubits, and 7 means to sit, to abide, or to dwell, or to sit, or also to swear, or an oath, or to be stationary, or to stop, or to cease. Right? So adding all these up, it brings you up to your 9. This is your Isaiah 45 verse 17. Israel shall be 9 with an everlasting 9. Okay? We're talking divine mathematics here. These dudes be talking like we read the Bible and we're like reading it like we're reading, this shit. No. Do you see the work and the writings in here? We spend days and hours. We spend a lot of time in here breaking down, doing the math in here. So you can't come. We do this so niggas like this can't stand. There will be no Moorish anything be able to stand up to no Mashal Israelite at all. Any Israelite Mashal who's affiliated with Freemasonry or whatever, if you're joined with any type of falsehood, may the Most High curse you and may He secure the walls so that those who disbelieve cannot enter. And I'll pray to that over and over again. Now I admonish other brothers to do so too. Just in case this wisdom gets in like a Rob Rack's hands, which doesn't matter anyways. He doesn't even know the name of the Most High, so he can't obviously enter. But once you become acquainted with how the Torah works and you start seeing these niggas who are profane, they're not in the house, you're not even going to take them seriously. You're going to be like, I'm not listening to you niggas because you niggas are not even on any type of level whatsoever. Like, there has to be a ranking level, or it means that any Joe Blow off the street who just learned he's an Israelite yesterday can come in and think he can come in and teach somebody who's no, nigga. If you're not coming through the proper channels or through the degrees and levels, then shut up. This doesn't mean that everybody has to get out and do what I did with the super breaking down this. No. I did that so that you can look at things, ponder them, and understand them without going through all the labor of doing all of this. So don't expect every brother in the Torah Nights to be getting, sitting down, trying to break all this down for hours and hours. No, leave that. That's my job to do. Leave that to me. I pass it down to you. Don't just throw it to the side. Internalize it. Let's get to Hosea chapter. Okay, so remember we had the 1 Kings and the 3 levels of Solomon's temple, of 1 Kings chapter 6 verse 6, and the 3 levels of Solomon's temple. Let's get to Hosea chapter 6 verse 1 and 2. We're almost done. Hosea chapter 6, verse 1. Israel, they will say, come, let us return to Yahweh, for he has mangled us, and he will heal us. He has smitten us, and he will bandage us. Verse 2. He will heal us after 2 days. On the 3rd day, he will raise us up, and we will live before him. So there we're back again to this 3-degree system. On the 2nd day, we return. In the 1st degree, we offer ourselves to Yahweh. In the 2nd degree, the Most High bandages us up and heals our wounds. And on the 3rd day, we stand up and we live to him, for him. So we're back at the 3 degrees again. A real initiatory system. Not one where you have fucking devils like this and you got simple stooge bird brain niggas like that. And then the niggas gonna try to tell you that they're not connected to these motherfuckers. Like, nigga, what are you talking about? You are connected with them, nigga. You're a fucking traitor, nigga. A demon. Okay? Walking around with a toilet on his head. No one knows what this nigga talking about. Yeah. I would love to get this guy in the ring. You can see this guy buck dance, and it's just complete fucking just buffoonery. Let's keep it going, though. Wait, this Hosea chapter 6. Keep going. Let's go. We're almost done. I'm sorry. We can even reverse it. Let's even reverse and show you the reverse degrees and show you that this is that I'm on the money with this. Watch this. Go to Exodus chapter 5. Exodus chapter 5, verse 6 and 8. Sorry. So keep in mind, you got Pharaoh, who's just symbolic of the rebellious principle in the self and outside the self and other people. And then he has his taskmasters, and then they have what they call the officers, or what they call the foreman, which in Hebrew is the word shatar. Anyways, Pharaoh tells the taskmasters to tell the foreman to tell Israel, you shall no longer give straw to the people to manufacture the bricks. Okay, you shall no longer give straw to the people to manufacture the bricks. Now, the word for straw. Let's get this ready. All right. Remember, on this day, verse 6, on that day, which would be the first day, the taskmasters, also called the Nagashayim, or the oppressors, taxers, those who were brought near to Israel, because the Pharaoh wasn't about to come address them personally anyway. So the word for straw is the word thaban, and this word thaban is a word for material or straw. And this word, if you look it up, it comes from the word bana, which means, to build. It also means a son, like the actual son, to build, the son of understanding, right? So Pharaoh was saying, we're not going to give Israelites any material or building material to enlighten their mind. We're going to keep them ignorant, because the word for bricks is the word laban, which means whiteness, or what we call purity. We don't mean so-called white man. We mean actual whiteness or purity, like linen, things like that. The sun shining, the moon's light, so forth and so on, right? And this word, even for bricks, laban, means with understanding or for understanding. Okay, so Pharaoh was saying, we're not going to give, you niggas are going to be retarded in Egypt. We're not giving you any type of anything. No knowledge of nothing. Right? Then what does he say? He keeps going. Sorry, where we at? We're at 6. Verse 7, he says, you shall no longer give straw to the people to manufacture bricks as yesterday, that's the second day, and before yesterday, the third day. Let them go and gather straw for themselves. But the quota of bricks that they were making yesterday and the day before, you shall impose upon them, right? And then it says Israel went all through. Hold on, let me see. Verse 12. So the people spread out through the entire land of Egypt to gather gleanings for straw. Okay, so this is showing you, though, that Pharaoh is basically telling you in a coded, symbolic way of, while Israel is in his land, which is the land of affliction or stupidity, ignorance, he's not giving them any type of straw to build or to make. This is symbolic speaking. Even the storage houses of Pharaoh are symbolic of things. That's another thing. I'm quite sure a biter will probably try to pick that up. Watch this guy. Anyway, we're almost done. We're in the last one here. It's an hour. Let's go to Exodus 19, verse 16 real quick, and then we're done. Exodus 19, verse 16. And we'll close it out. Exodus 19, verse 16. So remember, we're the 3 days. He said that Pharaoh said that Israel can't get straw to make bricks like they did the day before yesterday and yesterday for this day, because this for that day will be the third day. The day before yesterday is the first, and yesterday's second, and then that day, this day he's speaking to them, is the third day. He said he would not do that. So Israel was kind of like being counterproductive, going about in search in vain to gain understanding in a land that's signified by spiritual darkness and buffoonery and debauchery. Let's get to Exodus 19, verse 16. All right. Now, you can get to Exodus 19, and I really want to get to verse 10. Israel's about to receive the Torah, right? Preparing for the Torah. Yah said to Moses, go to the people and sanctify them today, and tomorrow they shall wash their clothing. Let them be prepared for the third day. For on the third day, Yahweh will descend in sight of the entire people on Mount Sinai. On the third day. So again, we're back up to these days again, and these cycles, the 3 degrees. When Israel went, he went through the process, but he had to get to the place where he was to receive the Torah, and he had to sanctify himself for 3 days. Now the word sanctify in the Hebrew is quadashatan, or quadash. All right, so they had to like sanctify themselves for 3 days. They couldn't be near women. Verse 15, he said to the people, be prepared after a 3-day period. Do not draw near a woman, because you need to be pure. You need to be pure. This also goes back to the bricks. Remember, I told you the word bricks, laban, also means with whiteness or with purity, wherever, with understanding and things like that, right? So this is what this means. Israel's got to be like symbol literate. You know what I'm saying? So we have degrees too, high degrees. We don't even, we're going to close this out real quick. Just want to show, just in case the buffoons want to battle, they should know what they are battling against. So whoever, I forgot this guy's name, Tariq Bey, I think his name is. You guys can't pull the jive turkey shit on the mashal. It's not going to work. We're dealing with signs, symbols, allegories, parables too, and mathematics and science. We're dealing with that too, and we are not connected with you Negroes at all, or the white man. In fact, your shit is totally opposite of ours. All right. Okay. We're dealing with the self. We're dealing with inside the self, outside the self. We're dealing with all of that. And in case you don't believe me, this is the Japanese Shinto. As you see here, I am a restorer of their old understanding. They don't understand any of this now. I had to like break it down in Japanese for them. Okay, this is their Shinto system. The word Shin means, what is it? A god, a deity, faith, trusty, truth, reality, genuine, depths of the heart. Shin to, Shintan, the heart. Shinte, to give a present, to present to someone, which is like a gift. Kami, God, the Almighty, the Father, divine blessings, the top, the upper part, the Holy of Holies. Kami is how you say God in Japanese. Shinto, a believer, an adherent, the faithful of whatever faith, and silence, still, silent, the porch. If I were to get the word for Shinto, and break this word down for porch, what it means, it's the same meaning. It means to be still, to be silent, to be dumb, because you have to like shut your face. Students have to, they learn, they get out of this, they get tested and proved in the wilderness. They get tried and purified and whatever, they get the bullshit out of them. Then before they enter the house of learning, they come to the porch. This is where they must be silent. All bullshit, shut up. Let the teachers teach, and you just be quiet and just learn. Because this is going to be the cutoff point. This says it right here. You have many of Israelites who let's say symbolically speaking, I want to use GMS. Let's use them as a whole, right? Let's use Tahar as an example, okay? I'm telling Tahar the initiatory system of the Torah, but he ain't trying to hear it. So Tahar and them, or GMS and them as a whole, got up to about the porch. They got up to the porch, but they didn't be quiet. They're still talking. They're still talking about I worship Yahweh Shai and this madness, right? And GMS they're like so low, it's not even funny. So right then and there, they're not allowed to like come into the temple to learn because they think they know it all. They don't know anything. They're called what Yahushua called the congregation of the dead. Just like Rob Rack's circle. Do you think you're going to get any high wisdom out of them niggas? Listen, even these guys wouldn't entertain debating a nigga like Rob Rack and them retarded ass niggas. Them niggas don't know nothing. They don't know anything. Not only do I restore, and I don't mean literally, but I'm bringing out the teachings of the temple for our temple, but I'm also in Japan doing it for their temple. I go to Shinto shrines and show them. They're like, I don't understand. And I'm like, but you're a Shinto priest? How do you not understand these things? They can't understand these things. Isaiah chapter 42, verse 18 told you Israel is the Mashal. Now you have Israelites who are Japanese, who are here, they live in the ghettos. But that's another video for another time. So with that, is we're going to close out. Shalom to the Knights. You more science niggas are wicked as hell. And get the fuck out of here with your Freemasonry. And with that, I'm out. Shalom.